What's going on, man? Sitting here in a new studio as of now. It's a little spacious in here. But I'm the thing that's in the space. You look at it and you think there's a lot of guys out there and there's a lot of stars out there. There's a lot of fish out there. And in this room, there's many things in here. It's like when you look up into the space and you see multiple things. You see multiple stars that you'll never even be able to go to. Not once. Don't even think about it. You're not going to go to that star. And I don't mean star as in you're not going to accomplish that dream either. What I do mean is, we're not getting to that comet, bro. It's like 2 billion light years away. We're not getting there. But I am telling you, you can get to that gym that's only a mile away. I am telling you, you can, drink that bottle of water instead of that 7-Up. That's just how it goes, man. I hope everyone's doing great. I hope everyone's out there, being proud. The Washington Redskins just announced that they will be switching their name. Things are going great, man. Things are changing, things are evolving, and people aren't wearing masks, and people are wearing masks. Personally, I believe you guys should be wearing your masks. And I get mad at people who don't sometimes, and I feel a little guilty right now about that. They don't have to, if they really don't want to, but the right thing to do is to do that. And I believe that, it may not be a minimal effort or whatever, maybe minimal to you. But, just be a little bit selfless. Anyways, COVID's out there and it didn't go away. Remember that, guys, keep your elders safe and keep your loved ones close, especially in this time. It's just how it goes, And when you're in love, it's the greatest feeling you could accomplish as a human. And I've been feeling that way with, the girl of my dreams right now, Quinna. And she's amazing, and I love everything about her. And I don't know where I'd be without her right now. And, I love my family out there. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my fans. And, I don't know what I'd do. She's been doing a lot of great things. And, we went to the water together. And, the story is, it's evolving into something for all of you. All of you may be listening and say, he's talking about his girlfriend, but the thing is what I want you guys to take it in your personal note, and think about it like this. You want to be able to find that person who you can really just be yourself around and do that, and feel yourself, most at yourself with them. And I went to the water with her, and we being real spiritual. Spiritual is a big thing in her and I's life. And for us to have that powerful water, water is a huge thing for Native Americans and, a lot of people. Water it's life. And I believe sometimes when you go next to the water, it's about letting go of things and new chapters and a lot of new things. It's powerful. You could put that stuff into the water and let it take it from you. And one of the reasons, I love the water so much is because it correlates so much with the moon. And the moon powers the water and it moves things. And it, without the moon, the water would just be still. It'd be still, And it's powerful that it's able to move that and take that from you. So, find that person that you're able to love as much as I love my girlfriend, and I love my family, and I love, my last name, Joseph, and, everything about that. Find that in your life, whatever that could be, whatever that, it could be the love of flipping the light switch on. I used to think some people that, that they get off to that. Some people, get off to turning on the light switch, and it's like the rule 32, I think it's what it's called. Let me see. Rule 32. RULE 32. Nope, that's not rule. I think it's flight 32 maybe. I have no idea. Rule 40. Rule 41. Everything is someone's sexual fetish. It's like a rule of the internet. Yeah, that's true. Because like the amount of things on the internet, like the percentage wise of pornography on the internet is like 40%. Let me see. How percentage of porn on internet? 30% of the internet is pornography. Damn. That could be your Orange and Black, and it's just a lot of people on and a lot of people, thinking about that stuff, the dark arts. The dark arts, man. What do we got here today? Let's see. Today is July 13th, Monday, 2020. I'm currently on vacation right now, and I love it. Trying to live in the moment a little bit, but I've been just walking around and I've been noticing that a word a lot of people like to use is almost. I fucking hate the word almost, man. And hate's a strong word. Hate is a strong word. But I am positive and I am certain and I am sure that I hate that word almost. Because when has almost been good? Never. I was almost good enough. I almost had that job. I almost did that last rep. Just how about I attempted that and it didn't fall through? But almost is just a little bit too much for me sometimes. And I know I say it. I'm not saying I never say it, but I've noticed that almost is a pretty bummer word, It's just a bummer. Bummer is one letter away from being summer. So think about that. You could be the UMMER, and all you're missing is that S. But you chose to be the B, to become a bummer, man. Don't be a fucking bummer. Be a fucking summer. Yeah. Yeah. Be a summer, man. I mean, I like summer. It's a good season. I used to say I liked winter, but, man, where I'm from, winter isn't too much fun. Summer's a lot more fun and a lot more things to do. And you get to go outside and get that vitamin D, get the sun rays in your skin. I went out and got a little bit of sun today. That was nice. But I started getting hot. I started getting so hot that it wasn't even really that, pleasant. I had to go jump in the water. So me and my girlfriend went and jumped in the water, and that was great. We just laid there, and it was nice. You really, adore someone when you could just sit next to them and, in silence, lay there and just be quiet. And I really appreciate that. But, a lot of things too, thinking of Walmart. I didn't really go to Walmart this week, in this past month, really, because at Walmart, I feel like people don't really take COVID seriously, and a lot of people are coming in and out, and all supermarkets are like that, even kind of Target too. I fuck with Target because it's red and all, and but it's still a supermarket, and still, there's still a lot of people coming in, but I feel like Walmart, sometimes there's people who just don't obey personal space there, and I haven't been going there, but your Walmart is ghetto if everything is locked. Like I went into my Walmart on my res, and the tweezers were locked. Like, man, who the fuck is stealing the tweezers, man? Or who the fuck is stealing them grapes? Or who the fuck's stealing them protein bars? Now the workers got to put an extra 10 minutes in the fucking locking things up, making them already hate their job. You're making, Walmart's making, or these places poverty, and I'm not making fun of poverty, but I'm making fun of the fact that these Walmarts have to fucking lock everything up. And the workers are already mad, and they're locking these things up. And, when you lock food up, say it's a protein bar and you lock it up, it's putting that energy into the food, I believe, It's like you're not allowed to cook, My auntie told me, shout out to her, she let me use the studio. She actually built basically 90% of this. And I just kind of brought my stuff here. And she told me, this is for all you, people out there in relationships and all. For my men and women, my heterosexual couples out there, this is, I think heteros, yeah, I think I said it right. The straight couples out there, when your girlfriend and or wife or fling or whatever is on their period, it's actually not good for them to cook for you, because that's a time of cleansing, and you don't want that to cleanse into the food. And so next, that's a little bit of indigenous teachings of the podcast today. If that's just how it goes. And I mean, I don't ever really want someone mad cooking my food anyway, and that's why some people don't like to go out to eat. I love to go out to eat, and I feel like most of the restaurants I go to, the chefs somewhat like their job. And that's maybe why fast food has maybe you're not getting sick because it wasn't cooked right. Maybe you're getting sick because, the guy back behind the counter, the 16-year-old, his girlfriend broke up with him, or maybe he got a C- on his, Algebra 1 test. Maybe that's why. And they put that energy into the food, A C-, eating a medium fry, isn't really that great. I could taste the GPA in your food if you sit there and just think about it. If someone sits in here and complains about a 2.0 GPA, it's going to be fucking, it's going to be sad. But if someone comes in here, I tried and I got a 2.5, but that's how it's serious, And I learned the difference between motel and hotel, if you guys are wondering. And the difference between hotel and motel is, I stayed in a lot of motels as a kid, actually. There was this Motel 8 over in Spokane, Washington, I went to go stay at when I was going to play at Hoop Fest on a 3-on-3 tournament. It was Super 8. And I think it might be closed by now. And I think Super 8 is a motel. By the qualifications, it is a motel. And we went out into this pool and we were fighting around. And, just like, I'm a guy who likes to, when you're in a pool, when you're young, when we were kids, like, I didn't want to just fucking swim. Like, who the fuck wants to swim? You want to get like a football and throw the football around, get a beach ball, maybe tackle each other. We wanted to play fucking games in the pool. We didn't want to fucking just sit there and leisurely sit. Like, what are we, 90? So, like, we sat there and we totally, did our thing. But then we got carried away and our nose started, someone's nosebleed. I don't remember if it was mine or my cousin's. And, the owners came out, and this, Asian couple, and they told us to get out. And we're not allowed back in the pool. And we went back there the next year for the tournament, and they didn't remember us, so we were able to get back in the pool. But anyway, a hotel is, you have to go into the lobby, and you get to go into the rooms that way. So it's like interior doors, like interior rooms. That's the qualification for a hotel. But if you're a motel, you could just enter right from your parking lot to your car. And that's cool. I think hotels are all right, but I don't really want to stay in one. I can't hate on them, but I don't really plan on staying on one. I would stay in a motel. Actually, I'd camp before a motel. It goes hotel, camp, motel for me. And I don't know why that is, Camping, you get the ice chest, and that's what's clutch about going camping. You can get hot dogs and hamburgers. And actually, not really hamburgers. Yeah, I guess you can grill them. But the thing is, there's a lot of things in the ice chest. There's people's hair. Maybe somebody flicked a toenail in there, or maybe someone dropped a nickel in there because they thought it was a fountain. And I get why it could be mistaken for a fountain because, the bottom end, when you unplug it, the water floods out. But at the same time, I've never seen a nickel in there, but I've definitely I think there is someone out there who has wished in, a DIY fountain, the do-it-yourself fountain. And, because you go to the mall and you would throw in a couple quarters at the fountain. I would always throw in the pennies and the dimes or the nickels. The quarters were always something more to me. But in the ice chest, there's a lot of good pop. In my family, we had a lot of Coke products in there. But the best fucking pop, I think, out there, man, has got to be... There's not a lot of pops out there that could beat Barq's root beer when it's ice cold. That root beer is so fire, man. It's so fire. I don't think there's a person, if you like root beer, that doesn't like Barq's. Barq's is bomb. And before we go into the next topic, I just want to address something real quick. People are becoming so gullible on Twitter, it is annoying. And I'm here to acknowledge the things that are going on. People like to make obnoxious fucking lists. Obnoxious. So somebody will say, every state's favorite blank. Every state's favorite fast food. And the person who created it is yet a genius. And the people who are reading it are fucking idiots. And what I mean, there was recently a huge trending list that Barstool put out of the favorite teams, professional teams in each state. They went ahead and put the Seattle Supersonics, who are, Save My Sonics, whatever, as the most popular team in Seattle. Then they went ahead and said the Marlins were the biggest, fan base in Florida. I can name another team that Floridians that would like more than the Marlins. Any team in Florida. The Buccaneers. The fucking... Who else we got? The Orlando Magic. The Miami Heat. What? I think it's just... And then the other one is that they put In-N-Out. It was favorite fast food restaurants by state. And, then they put In-N-Out in states that In-N-Out wasn't even in. And it's just they create it for controversy. And everyone just get that through your head, please. It's you're a victim. And I guess I'm victim too because I'm talking about it. But the real victims, I believe, are the bees and the ants. Not the birds and the bees, but the ants and the bees. The ants, the ants are an insect. And they carry a lot of things, and they got, multiple legs and 3 parts of their body. And they spend their entire life, working for something, and this woman, Queen Ant, for them to not even get noticed. I've seen some ants throwing each other off ledges. I've seen ants, gang up on people and kill them. I've seen people, them biting humans. And them carrying food to this queen ant that doesn't care about any of them. And they're all dreaming that she would. And, ants are simps, man. And so are fucking bees. Bees are simps too. They're out there, trying to just please the queen bee. Dude, come on, get a job. Barry B. Benson, he went out and he flew out with the cool guys, and put pollen out, and he found a job. He could have easily stayed there and just slaved away for the queen bee, but he didn't. So be like Barry B. Benson and go out and figure out something heroic. Super heroic. He didn't want to be a stirrer, bro. Barry B. Benson didn't want to be a stirrer. So why should you want to be a fucking stirrer? Be a fucking whatever the fuck he was, man. But go out and fly with those, the cool guys with the leather jackets if you want. Or maybe you want to be on the Krellman. Just sit there. That's your fucking choice, man. That's your choice. And, it's just how it goes. Some people be really looking hilarious, though. When you have, this one goes out to Rob, my guy, but, when you are watching someone and the music is just playing, like say you got like tequila playing, da da na 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 na, and you just see someone walking by and they're just like totally walking to the beat. Have you guys ever seen that? Someone's just doing something and then your music that you have playing just makes them look funny. Oh, that's hilarious, man. I know I probably look funny with some music behind me. And maybe that's why some TikToks are hilarious, because these people look ridiculous. And some TikTok trends, I think I'm here to address that. I think the most annoying TikTok trend has got to be when people green screen themselves into a video. And it's just their forehead and their eyes. Like, if you're saying something like, activist-wise or normalcy-wise, but you're just like, look, guys, like, this is so messed up. How could you do this? And it's just like their eyes, and they're just like, they think it's fun. It's not funny, bro. It's not funny. It's really not. Let's see here. We're running out of things to talk about. I mean, I got a good list right here, but most of my things and my thought process is pretty simple. I just do things that I think that should be talked about, and I see 90% of the things I write down are from social media, and that's why it's social media heavy. And 10% of it, or I'd probably say 70% of it's social media, 30% of it's me walking around or experiences. And another really, really annoying social media thing that happens a lot is Twitter. People have profiles and people tweet. It's just how it goes. Everyone can be a journalist according to Twitter. But the most annoying thing about Twitter is that, what I think is annoying is when I go to someone's profile and that their pinned tweet is their most popular tweet. That weirdly annoys me, and I never will know why. If your pinned tweet is your most popular tweet ever, you got to reevaluate, man. You got to reevaluate. I fucking tweet, and I almost want to delete it an hour after because I just, I already changed my mind. So if like you're pinning that, it just shows that you're only really valuing the tweets that get attention. Because you just literally framed your most famous tweet or most, activity-wise tweet. Doesn't make sense to me. Why? I don't know why. I really don't know why. Like, sit here and just ask, why?
Why?
That's true. That's why, man. That right there is a video from YouTube. That's a pastor saying why, by the way. I don't know where it's come from, but it really was funny, and it's one of my favorite vines, actually. And Byte, let me just talk about Byte for a second. Byte is actually the new Vine that came out probably 6-7 months ago. And maybe even longer than that. And it didn't work out. I could be the first to admit, I had a name and I got the username Dominick, and it just, it failed. And I wonder who's going to buy the Redskins name when it goes up for sale, like the website. That would be nuts if we can get it. If we can get the @username Redskins, that'd be nuts. I would take it and I would just like bench it forever. That'd be cool. That'd be like to have that. But, I already know there's people thinking of that same thing. But I think it should be held by an indigenous person. So then the name will be abused or anything like that. If you ask me. Because, like when Twitter... God, this hat is fucking squeezing my head, y'all. It's like giving me a headache a little bit, I think. I'm 7 and... My hat size, if you guys want to ever send me a hat size, is 7 1/4. But I don't think it's actually that now because, fuck, this is making my head hurt. So I might have a bigger head than 7 1/4. I don't know if it's like golf, if the score lowers, that means you got a bigger head or... And there's always that guy too when you're making that argument like, oh, you're just talking about sports. Well, golf is, if you have less, you win. We know. Oh, well, golf rules, the less one wins. We know. Nick, you go fucking 8 times a week. We know the scores of golf. We see you on the par 3 every week. We know the score and how golf is played. A lot of guys like that play golf, want to really let you know that they know golf rules. I'm like, okay, it's simple, bro. You fucking hit the ball onto the green, and how many times it takes you. You obviously want the miss, the less one. It's just how it goes. To me, at least. And yeah. I'm whoa. I'm not. That's what I sounded like just now. Snapchat stories are pretty annoying too. The most annoying stories, though, are people who use A, a dog, or B, a baby to fucking get to get attention on their story. Oh my God. Dude. I get if you love your dog and you love your baby. Post your dog, post your baby, whatever you want. It's your fucking freedom. I'm not saying you can't do that. But let's rewind here. Let's rewind. When you intentionally always post a baby on your story to get people to comment is totally different than posting an actual cute photo of your dog or baby. It's totally different. When people are slowly just trying to really get all these videos of them so people be like, oh, cute. So then they could go, oh, how you been? Yeah, this is my cute niece. Don't you think she's cute? Just like trying to fucking get, just trying to start a conversation off of a baby or a dog is just weird. I've never understood it. Oh, man, I don't like it when people do that. But like I said, if it's, it's your cousin or it's your baby, it's your dog, you love your dog, like post your dog. Post your baby. I don't care about, I'm glad you love your baby. Half the time I like the baby and I like the dog. So, but when you do it for the attention, that's when it gets weird and annoying. Not weird, just annoying. It's for attention, man. We get it. You have a kid. We get it. You got a fucking corgi. Your corgi, is a little overweight. If you're going to keep... Here's the thing. If you're going to keep posting your fucking dog on your story, I'm going to start getting more critical. The first time I see your corgi, it's, it's cute. The second time, I'm just clicking right through it. The 18th time I see your corgi, I'm telling you, your fucking corgi's overweight and you need to stop feeding him fucking 10 treats a day. That's what I'm going to fucking do. Or maybe, I'll say something like, hey, man, you should notice that your dog's, he doesn't look a little healthy. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I feel like I fucking know him because you post about him every fucking hour. That's fucking true, man. Oh. If I ever made a food product... this isn't scripted, by the way. I do got some talking notes this episode, though. But these notes... A lot of people ask, well, you go into a new topic, it just seems like you cut. No, I don't cut. I just keep going. And if you listen to the full show, you understand that it's just a flow, But people who just listen to Instagram clips are fine. They're still fans, but they don't get it. They just think everything's just a bit, and I just get up here and do bits. Well, it's kind of bit-like. It's kind of stand-up comedy-like. But if I were to ever make a food product, I wouldn't put my face on it. Like if I made like that guy on the lemonade thing, and then there's the KFC, then there's the guy in the B movie, the honey guy. Hold on, let's go see. B movie honey jar. Yeah, it's Ray Liotta. Private Select. Ray Liotta Private Select. I wouldn't want my name on my face on a food product, and that's because I'd feel like I would be in people's lives that I didn't want to be in. Like KFC, the Colonel Sanders guy, he's his bucket of chicken, his face is wherever you are. So like, I'd almost like, if I get a bucket of chicken, I'd turn his face the other way because I didn't want it looking at me. And I feel like if I made, Dom's fried chicken or whatever the fuck I made or make, and I'd be in people's lives and they'd just be looking at me all the time. I don't want that. I just want my voice to be, heard. And I want people to be happy that they can listen to me if they're not in my life every day. That's what I want. And the whole reason I do this, and a lot of people think it's for fame and money, and honestly, I haven't made a fucking cent on this, so that's not a thing either. And it's just, and the reason I do it is because I remember, this goes, deep, it's a deep thing. And I think I've told you guys multiple reasons of why I've started this podcast, but the main reason of why I started it. I've heard many stories of my cousins when they were younger. A lot, and it's one of my favorite things to hear. Hearing, basketball stories or fishing stories or, drunk party stories or whatever, happened. Those are really important to me. And back then, they didn't have things to record things, and they didn't have, it wasn't as easy to do something like this as it is now. And for me, is I want my cousins to be able to look at it and say, this is what Dom was going through, or this is what Dom was doing, and I can at least hear my voice, because I would kill to hear, a story of my cousins who have passed, to tell something. It's deep shit, man. The little ones, for them to listen to it. Leave a legacy. What are you leaving behind? And what are you teaching them? What are you influencing them to do? Because I hope, this influences them to just, want to speak their mind, or, maybe leave something behind. Maybe order an extra fry for the cousins at the house. That's always important too. Make sure you do that. Always buy a couple extra burgers when you're going back to the house, just in case. Because say someone, was hungry and they didn't want to cook, and you bring an extra burger, like I got you one, even though it was for yourself, and you should just say it was for them. It's still going to make their day, man. It's like how if you buy, you just go to the store and buy 20 cards, like birthday cards or all those cards. You buy a whole bunch of them. So if you forget to go to the store, you have a card. It's actually really clutch if you do that. So that's pretty important. And I'm from a res, Tulalip, Washington, and we have, every year we sell fireworks. Every year. Even with COVID this year, we were able to sell fireworks. And this was one of the first years I didn't sell fireworks. I worked security with my cousins. So we made sure, people wearing their masks, knew where they're going, socially distancing, stuff like that. And it's a way for, natives to be entrepreneurs and buy buy wholesale fireworks and sell them and make money. And it's a cool thing that our tribe's allowed us to do for the past, I think, 50 years, maybe 50 years. I don't know the exact number, but it's a really great thing that we're able to do. because it teaches a lot of young kids what to do with money, and it's hard. It's hard work. And there's a lot of I think there's a lot of reservations that sell fireworks during 4th of July. And I want to make my own stand. I do. And I was just thinking of funny, ridiculous names that I would never name it. But I was thinking about fart deals, man. Fart deals. Fart deals would be that fireworks stand, it would just be every time you fart, you get $1 off. And, it would have to be a legit fart. And, that would be fart deals, Every time when someone come up, you just make a deal. Yeah, that would be fucking funny, man. Let's see here. We got fart sound effect. Ooh, man. Play that sound every time someone gets a sale right there. Deals, fart deals. It'd be fucking funny. We'd paint it all green, paint it all orange, paint it something, paint it brown. Sometimes people fart, it's brown. Anyways, those are the jokes for my bros out there. We're out there, and I've been told, keep my, tell those jokes to your bros. Quinn always tells me. I think she's right. I don't need to be telling fart jokes to my girlfriend. That's not whatever. Sometimes she laughs though, so it's she's not innocent. She definitely does laugh a little bit. But we were talking, me and her. When you're playing sports too, and she played lacrosse, and she would always say, when she was little, you'd run off the field, and Gatorade did a great job of marketing, and you think that when you take that swig of Gatorade you feel better, and she would always be like, yeah, I just felt so much better. And that was that's true. When I was little and I would have Gatorade, I would always think I got the extra booster when I'm on the bench and I need to get back in. I wasn't like primetime player, but when I'd get in, and I'd sit back down on the bench, I'd take a swig of Gatorade and I'd almost feel like an attribute better, like maybe a little bit faster. That's just how they marketed it, man. That's how it worked. That's how a lot of things worked. So, before we end the show, I got 2 voicemails I'd like to play. I think I might even have 3. So, please sit back and listen to this. If you guys would like to call into the show, the number is 425-320-3641. I actually just did a tweet and pasted my number onto the Twitter. So, if you guys want to go head over there and check that out and see the number in person. Maybe you're dyslexic. Maybe you like to see things in writing. Go check that out. You just copy paste it and call in. So let's see who we got here. I listened to one of them and I listened to half of the other one. So let's get this going. Here we go. Let's refresh this right here though, right quick. Okay, here we go.
Yo, this is Josh Flores.
Yo, we all know Josh Flores. He was a guest on the show. You guys haven't seen that, look up Dumb Joe's Podcast and Josh Flores. Great episode, great guy. He was actually at a fire I went to a month ago, or maybe it was 4th of July, 3rd of July, I think. And he was there. Shout out to him, man. Hope you're doing great. Let's hear it out.
I was just wondering, why is this the best podcast coming out of the PNW, man?
Yeah, bro.
Honestly, bro, much love to you. Keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, hopefully one day I'll be able to be on there again. Honestly, I love that you're on that grind, man. Keep it going.
My guy right there, man. Josh, Josh was a guy, man. He went to the same high school I did. And he went to the middle school I went to as well. And he was always that other shade of brown guy, like me. And he's a pretty cool guy. He grew his hair out. That's That's a strong thing. You growing hair is strong. Strong. I always try. But, right now my hair's a little long, so I got this hat on. But, shout out to him for growing out that hair, man. It's doing all right. Thanks for the call, man. I hope the grind's going good for you, man. Stay true. This next one comes from another fan of the show. Let's play it right here.
Hola, yo, wait up. It's John.
Hola and yo. That's two ways of saying hello. And that's John Reamer, man. John Reamer, we actually just met in person probably like a month ago. And I was at my cousin's birthday party, and we were just sitting there talking, just shooting the shit. And he's a cool guy, man. He's got a Sean Taylor jersey on and his profile picture on Twitter, and that's pretty cool. I respect that. Sean Taylor's a pretty great safety. Let's get it going.
Reamer. Hold up, just pause my Netflix. There we go. So I'm responding to the topic of who is the bigger simp, Ant versus B. Like Ant on the ground, B in the air. But I think it's obvious. It's obviously the Ants are way bigger simps.
Yes, bro. The Ants are totally the bigger simps because they gang up on people. But anyway, let's get to it.
Ants be jumping people.
Yes,
Bees
bro.
fight solo. You could step on a flower, and that would be just be no, fuck that. Whop, sting you. But ants live for the queen. I mean, bees vibe with the queen, but like I said, they'll always go do their own thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know. That's a tough one, but ants be bringing back anything. Find jewelry on the floor, go pick that bitch up. Food on the floor, pick that bitch up. Money on the floor, they don't care what they're building the nest around. It's gonna be fire. Bees just get honey, sugar. I mean, bare minimum. So I definitely think ants are bigger simps. It's just it's like alpha versus male. I don't know, bro. That's my take on it. But I'm gonna let you go. Peace.
All right, peace, bro. Thanks for the call, man. It means a lot. And I got a little bit. I just want to play this last one real quick. This one's from my auntie.
Hey, Dom. So the last time I talked to you, I was leaving or just getting to Safeway. I'm actually...
That's my auntie right there. I mean, I didn't ask her to play the entire voicemail, but it was really cool that she called in. And I love her. She listens to every episode. And I think I should assume that she wants to. I should play the whole thing, actually. But I don't know. I don't want people to know what Safeway she's at or anything like that. I love my auntie, shout out to her again. Auntie Jessie. She does a lot for me and has done a lot for my family and a lot of things. And I love you, Auntie, and sorry I didn't play the whole voicemail. I will play the next one. After this, I will talk to you, and we will conversate about that then. I think I could call her back right now. Hold on. Let's see if I can. Oh, I can call. Holy shit. Let's try it.
Hello.
What's up?
What's up?
I was just listening to your voicemail. We're live right now. And I just didn't know if you wanted me to play the whole voicemail, so I just thought I'd just call you and let you know I loved you.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you listened to it. I'm actually I'm in the grocery store that I was talking to you about.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Here with Quinna.
Oh, is she on the phone? Can you hand the phone to her too?
Yeah, she's right here. Hi, Dom.
Hey, Quinna, we're live right now. I just figured out I could call on here. I just called to tell you I loved you.
Oh, I love you too.
All right. Well, I just...
We're going to get you some Sprites and some snacks at the store right now. We'll bring them back for you.
Okay, it sounds perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. I will talk to you guys when you guys get back. I love you guys.
Yeah. I love you too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Whoa, bro. I didn't know you could fucking call on this shit. What the fuck? Hey, let's go, man. That's fucking dope, man. That's that little shit, man. That's the little shit right there. That's the cool fucking shit. Google Voice, man. Y'all the shit. Google Voice, man. I just called someone from my fucking computer, man. For free. For fucking free, man. That's fucking science, man. That's internet shit, man. That's Silicon Valley shit, man. That's fucking people sitting and grinding in the program and fucking making this shit happen, man. That's what's fucking right, man. Yes. So pumped, man. I just got to call my auntie. Just got to call my fucking girlfriend on a fucking computer, bro. Hooked up on my podcast to my fans with some fucking lights in here, making me feel fucking tan and shit. Let's go. Anyways, man, this is episode 60 of the Dom Joseph podcast, man. I love you all. If you guys want to call into the show, man, or you guys want me to drop in and give a little call real quick, a C-A-L-L, man, I definitely will. The number is 425-320-3641. Always want to hear about what you guys are going through. Maybe you guys are going through something tough, man. Let me know. Or if you guys want to call in and answer a topic like John just did, let me know, and I'll send you the topics of the show and what I'm going to be talking about. Anyways, man, I hope you guys have a great one. Everyone go find that person you love. Give them a chance. Give everyone a chance. You know, maybe they could be the one. And you'll be as happy as I am, happy as everyone else is. And I feel like the light of this episode and everything, you know, I want to dedicate it to everyone out there, man. Everyone who's out there grinding, everyone who's out there working out, getting that last rep. Maybe you're picking up that last crab pot, sounding that last firework, bro. I hope it all goes well, man. And episode 60, we're on the episode 60, man. We're in the 60, that 60 digit now. The next number is going to be 61. You know, not my height, but, you know, anyway. Have a great one, guys, and stay safe out there. Wear a mask. Later.